Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your host, KD at KDRF Sports TV. I have a question, and I would like your comments. Should James Franklin continue to keep his job at Penn State? So let's just briefly dive into it, and we'll talk about it. And don't forget to subscribe to KDRF Sports TV. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Please like the channel. Now let's keep going. Against top 25 schools, his record is more favorable, but still he's under 500. He is 12-26 versus ranked teams in the top 25. Against top 10 teams, he has a career record of 3-17. Against top 25 teams, he's 1-13. Or either 1-14, depending on the source that you look it up at. Now, here's the question that I asked. Should James Franklin be able to keep his job? Because it may be easy, but it might be rather difficult. And you might say, well, why is that? They can just get rid of him. He ain't been winning. I agree with you. But let me just run down this on the 2025 season. Most of you already know. Penn State has 3 losses in the 2025 season. These losses came against Oregon, UCLA, and Northwestern, which means at this moment he has a 3-3 record. But he and the team started out at number 2 in the country, college football. That's where they started. Now, first game, Oregon. Penn State lost to Oregon at home. Double overtime. Hard fought. Final score 30-24. Then they went on the road to UCLA. Penn State, a heavy favorite, 24.5 points. Upset by UCLA on the road in the Rose Bowl. 42-37. And check me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, at that point, UCLA had not won a game. Then comes Saturday. Go back home. Penn State lost again. Another big favorite. This time to Northwestern. 22-21. There was an injury to their starter, Drew Allen. Now, he could have gone to the draft last year because he's a good quarterback, but he chose not to do so. The injury that he has it's the injury that ends his season. So should he want to, he would have to see if he can get a medical red shirt from the NCAA because of the how many games he's played. So it has nothing to do with the injury. It's about how many games. If you play more than 4 games, you can't red shirt. And at this point, he's already used 4 years of eligibility. So that's going to be a fight in itself. And, he's good enough to, even with the injury, probably if he can't come back to college for 26, he probably still can get drafted, but it'll depend on if it's early in the draft, low in the draft because of the injury. Now, moving on along. James Franklin is a good coach. So let me not say that he's not a good coach. Because I remember when he coached at Vanderbilt, he took a team that weren't very good to being a team that needs to be noticed and recognized because they were winning. That's how he wound up getting the job at Penn State. But now, this is something, a reason perhaps, I would say, that he might not have to worry about job stability. And some might say, why? Why, KD? I mean, he ain't doing good. There got to be some other better coaches out there. Yeah, I would think perhaps. But again, I'm not raining down on him because he's a good coach, but for some reason, just can't win against top-ranked teams. You go to the playoffs, then you wind up losing, and that's the college football playoffs. And then you lose. You know, you lose to Michigan. You can't beat Ohio State. I mean, those teams in the conference, you can't beat. You just can't. I mean, for whatever reason, it hasn't happened in his career. Now, here's the deal. I mentioned job security. This is why I say that. He has a $56 million buyout clause in his contract. So, Penn State, you want to fork up $56 million? Or would you like to wait until the season ends to see how you can maneuver $56 million, which I would suppose that the school has enough money to do so, but you're still gonna have $56 million on your payroll. Not $56 million a year, but that's how much he's due. Then what is it? What does his contract entail? If he does go to another school to keep his coaching career going, how much of the contract would the new school be forced to pay? Because you're looking at $56 million. How would that be broken down? Should they let him go? Not let him go, fire him. Now, down years are generally tolerated at big programs, especially for established coaches. I mean, that happens. I mean, we can look at all around the country of coaches that have had bad years and can't, something's going wrong. I mean, you can look at Dabo Swinney at Clemson. He won, but he's had this season some tough losses as well. But he's been there forever, and you can't say nothing bad about him because he's won national championships. He has done that. You can't say the same about James Franklin. Some commentators say, again, with that salary, he has enough leverage when it comes to Penn State. However, again, the question is, can he win the big one? Can he win the national title? So far, that has not happened. And the other question is, does he deserve to get fired? But hey, I'm out. That's my time right there, y'all. This is KD at KDRF Sports TV, and I'm still getting jiggy with it. Let's go.